The iPhone 14 and iPhone 14 Plus. The iPhone 14 and the iPhone 14 Plus are Apple's new affordable flagship iPhones with pricing starting at $799, and the devices are being sold alongside the more expensive iPhone 14 Pro and iPhone 14 Pro Max. Apple did away with the mini iPhone in 2022, and the iPhone 14 models come in 6.1 and 6.7-inch sizes. The new 6.7-inch iPhone 14 is called the iPhone 14 Plus, harkening back to the iPhone 8 and 8 Plus. Apple's iPhone 14 models are identical in design to the iPhone 13 models, featuring flat edges, an aerospace-grade aluminum enclosure, and a glass back that enables wireless charging. The iPhone 14 models come in blue, purple, midnight, starlight, and product red. Unlike the iPhone 14 Pro models, the iPhone 14 and 14 Plus continue to have a notch at the front of the display that houses the TrueDepth camera. Like the iPhone 13 models, the iPhone 14 and iPhone 14 Plus include Super Retina XDR OLED displays that support 1200 nits peak brightness, a 2,000,000:1 contrast ratio, Dolby Vision, and True Tone support for matching the white balance of the display to the lighting in the room. There is no promotion display technology available in the standard iPhone 14 models, with this feature limited to the Pro models. A durable ceramic shield front cover protects the iPhone's display from bumps and drops, and the iPhone 14 models are IP68 water resistant, allowing them to withstand a depth of 6 meters for up to 30 minutes. Apple is using the same A15 chip that was in the iPhone 13 Pro models for the iPhone 14 models, but there is an updated internal design that allows for better thermal performance. The A15 chip offers a 6-core CPU, a 5-core GPU, and 16-core neural engine. There's an updated 12-megapixel wide camera that features a larger sensor, an /1.5 aperture, and larger 1.9 pixels for improved performance in low light, plus there's sensor shift optical image stabilization. Apple also added an updated TrueDepth camera with an /1.9 aperture, and while the ultra-wide lens didn't get improvements, the photonic engine improves low-light photography across all of the iPhone 14 cameras. Using a combination of hardware and software, the photonic engine improves low-light performance up to 2x on the ultra-wide camera, 2x on the TrueDepth camera, and 2.5x on the wide camera. The photonic engine expands on deep fusion and provides impressive detail while preserving subtle textures and providing improved color. For video, there's an action mode that provides smooth-looking video with better image stabilization than ever before. Action mode is able to adjust to significant shakes, motion, and vibrations, even when video is captured in the middle of action. Cinematic mode has been improved and is available in 4K at 30 fps and 4K at 24 fps. The True Tone flash is 10% brighter with better uniformity for more consistent lighting. The iPhone 14 models include a dual-core accelerometer that can measure up to 256 Gs, and the accelerometer and a high dynamic range gyroscope power a crash detection feature that can contact emergency services if you are in a serious accident and can't reach your iPhone. Apple also uses other sensors to power this feature, so the barometer detects changes in cabin pressure, the GPS watches for speed changes, and the microphone can listen for car crash noises. Apple also added emergency SOS via satellite, an option that allows the iPhone 14 to connect directly to satellites for communication purposes in emergency situations when Wi-Fi and cellular are not available. Emergency SOS via satellite works in open areas with few trees, and it allows users to send texts to emergency personnel. It is free for 2 years, and works in the US and Canada. Satellite connectivity can also be used to share your location with friends and family in Find My when you're out hiking or camping in remote areas. As with the iPhone 13 models, the iPhone 14 models support 5G connectivity, sub-6 GHz and mmWave in the United States, and they use a new Qualcomm X65 modem. In the United States, iPhone models ship without a physical SIM card as carriers now use eSIM. Battery life has been improved with the iPhone 14, and it lasts an hour longer than the iPhone 13. With its larger size, the iPhone 14 Plus has even longer battery life than the iPhone 14. iPhone 14 lasts for up to 20 hours when watching video, while iPhone 14 Plus lasts for up to 26 hours when watching video. The iPhone 14 models are available in 128GB, 256GB, and 512GB storage capacities. MagSafe charging up to 15W continues to be supported, and fast charging over Lightning is available with a 20W or higher charger. The iPhone 14 and 14 Plus also support Wi-Fi 6 and Bluetooth 5.3. Pricing on the iPhone 14 starts at $799, and pricing on the iPhone 14 Plus starts at $899. Pre-orders will be available on Friday, September 9th, with the iPhone 14 set to launch on Friday, September 16th, and the iPhone 14 Plus set to launch on Friday, October 7th. Note: see an error in this roundup or want to offer feedback? Send us an email here. Future iPhone rumors. Apple's first all-screen smartphone could come in 2024 with the launch of the iPhone 16 Pro. The device might be the first to feature under-display Face ID and an under-screen front camera, according to Apple analyst Ming-Chi Kuo, but display analyst Ross Young expects under-display Face ID to come first, followed by an under-screen camera with the iPhone 18. 2023 iPhones are expected to feature the same. Will have a dual-hole cutout similar to this year's iPhone 14 Pro models, says display analyst Ross Young. The 2023 models will use the same design with circular cutout and pill-shaped cutout, and the feature won't be limited to the Pro models. The pill and hole design could shrink a bit, but it will be a couple years before Apple is ready for full under-display Face ID. USB-C. Apple in 2023 will opt for a USB-C port for the iPhone instead of a Lightning port, according to Bloomberg and Apple analyst Ming-Chi Kuo. This would see USB-C as the default charging method over Lightning for all iPhone 15 models. iPhone 15 to switch from Lightning to USB-C in 2023 feature. Multiple sources have said that Apple will stick to Lightning, but the European Union is passing new legislation that would force Apple to adopt USB-C on all of its devices sold in Europe. If this legislation is enacted, Apple would need to ship special USB-C models in Europe, or make a change across all of its devices, which seems more likely. In-house modem chips. Apple is working on creating its own modem chips that are designed in-house, much like the Apple Silicon and A-series chips, which will allow the company to reduce its reliance on modem chip vendors. Apple has been working on the modem for several years, and development accelerated after Apple acquired the majority of Intel's smartphone modem business in 2019. Apple analyst Ming-Chi Kuo recently said that Apple could transition to its own 5G modems as early as 2023. Once Apple comes out with its own modem designs, it will no longer need Qualcomm. 2023 is the earliest date, but multiple rumors have suggested that Apple chip supplier TSMC will be ready to manufacture Apple's modem chips in 2023. Periscope lens. If a periscope telephoto lens is not ready to debut in the 2022 iPhone models, it could instead be introduced in the 2023 iPhone models. Under-display Face ID. Multiple rumors have suggested that Apple is working on a way to put the hardware for Face ID under the display to get rid of the notch. It was initially thought that Apple could adopt under-display Face ID technology as soon as 2022, but display analyst Ross Young says that components like the infrared camera will not be moved under the display until 2023 or 2024. Foldable iPhone. Further in the future, Apple could potentially introduce some kind of foldable iPhone, based on various rumors and patents the company has published, as well as competition from companies like Microsoft and Samsung, which have developed foldable smartphones. Foldable iPhone 2023 feature blue. A mock-up of what a foldable iPhone could look like. According to Bloomberg, Apple has started early work on an iPhone with a foldable display, but the company has not yet committed to releasing a foldable device. Rumors suggest a foldable could come as early as 2024, but that 2025 is a more likely target date. For details on what we know about Apple's work on folding devices, make sure to check out our foldable iPhone guide, and for more on what to expect from the 2023 iPhones, we have a dedicated iPhone 15 roundup.